he makes out-of-this-world cakes with his over-the-top family. We all know him from his Cake Boss Dynasty, and now he's traveling the country looking for the perfect bite. Earlier, we spoke with the one, the only, Buddy Valastro. Check it out. Please welcome to the show the one, the only, Buddy Valastro.
Yes.
Hey, Buddy. Well, your new show, Legends of the Fork, is taking you to restaurants across the country. Were there any dishes or recipes that had you stumped?
Well, I got to tell you, man, it was my dream job. I mean, to get out of the factory and go around, and have to go meet amazing chefs and taste delicious food. Now, that's a dream job, I'm just saying. The place that stumped me the most was in Nashville. It was called the Pancake Pantry. And I was talking to the owner, and they were the most fantastic pancakes I ever had, right? And I was trying to, fish around about the recipe, and he's like, I don't even have the recipe. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have the recipe? You're the owner. He goes, yeah, but that's part of the deal there's only one person who knows the recipe. And, we have to buy a starter from someone else. I'm like, what? And it was pretty amazing, but you hear those things. And it was so much fun to be able to get out, go meet chefs, hear stories like how Al's Italian Beef in Chicago's started out as a cover-up, a bookie joint, and then people really liked the sandwiches and they grew it into a concept. Things like that really touched my heart, or just sheer volume and amazement. Pastrami at Katz's in New York, at 40,000 pounds a week, takes 28 days to make, and they service 5,000 tickets a day.
Oh my!
So think of the operations that have to happen there. And what I want to know is what's the secret sauce? Is it the matriarch, the patriarch, that person, that fixture who's at that place that keeps it churning and burning? Is it the secret ingredients? Is it the razzle-dazzle, the ambiance? What makes these places legendary? And I uncover that and let everybody know the secret sauce.
I think that's so cool. I mean, because I think a lot of people go into business with their family, but then they always say, blood and money don't mix. But it seems like you figured it out. So you've been hanging out with a bunch of family-owned places. Are there any people that you were with where you were like, they remind me of my family?
Oh, there was so many people, that it's all the same. Just seeing the dynamic. And honestly, even if it's not family, people have been at some of these restaurants for years. So they like family. And it's like me being at my factory with my people. They're like my family. I love the people here, and we work together every day, and you just become like a bond,
I'm already interested because I grew up in Chicago and I never knew that about Al's Beef. And plus, trust me, I've been there plenty of times. I love that joint. But it's very interesting to know. You work with your wife in Buddy Valastro's Cake Dynasty. What's it like working with your wife? Because I also work with my wife a lot too. And
Hey, I know, I get it. To be honest with you, people always ask me about that. But honestly, we get along. We really do get along. Look, when I did Cake Boss, it was in 2009. I had one bakery, and the dream for me and my dad was to make this bakery a household name. Now you fast forward, right, all these years, and it's me, my wife, and kids, and we want to turn this bakery into an empire. And I mean that in a very humble way. What I mean is I am doing the values that my parents instilled in me, the work ethic, the drive. I'm doing that with my kids, and we're doing that together as a family. To think that I can build something amazing with my kids and have that sense of, wow, look what we did as a family accomplishment. It's a dream come true. When you think about what we do and how we do it, and I'm still blood and guts. I'm on the floor, covered in sugar and stuff like that. Speaking of sugar, interesting fact, we go through about 250,000 pounds of sugar a month.
God!
I think you qualify.
I was going to say, how does he look like that then? There was a key lime pie in my house this weekend, and that was like, well, this is happening. I can't control myself.
Well, I got to be honest with you. When COVID, man, everybody was just there was nowhere to go. We were depressed. You just ate. I woke up after COVID and I was like, man, I'm so fat. I can't even move. I'm like, I got to do something. And people are like, what's the secret? And I was like, look, the first 2 months sucked. Like I starved myself. I was like, I'm just going to eat 1 time a day, right? And I'm going to chug water. I intermittent fasting. I ate once a day and I was drinking like 8 bottles of water. And after the first 2 months, I got used to it. And then it's been like 1.5 years now, and I'm probably down like 50 pounds, and I feel great.
Buddy, thank you so much for stopping by to chat with us today. So inspirational. DBL Nation, you can watch both Legends of the Fork and Buddy Valastro's Cake Dynasty on A&E starting on November 11th. Thanks again, Buddy.